Hi, welcome to the weekly affirmation. So this week's affirmation is, it's okay for me to be seen. As always, I have two questions with me that I would talk about in the video. And in the comments, feel free to write your experience with this affirmation and how you felt while saying the affirmation. So let's get into it. So let's do the affirmation. Let's say the affirmation 3 times. I always have my hand to my chest because I like having skin-to-skin contact. And I'm going to say it 3 times, and you can say it along with me. And feel free to write in the comments how saying the affirmation makes you feel, what type of issues or hiccup that came up. Okay? So, say it with me when you're ready. It's okay for me to be seen. It's okay for me to be seen. It's okay for me to be seen. How did that make you feel? Feel free to write that in the comments. So to the first question, how has being in the spotlight affected you? It's unfortunate, but most of us have had a terrible experience being in the spotlight. However, I believe we shouldn't stay away from the spotlight just because of the past. Yes, the past, it affects us. It influences the way we react and the way we interact with certain concepts and certain things. However, the present is a present because it allows you to choose anew. You, in the present, you have the chance to reshape your life. In the present, you have the chance to do it again, to give it another try. So if, because of the past, because of past experiences, you deprive yourself, your present self, from engaging in something and creating something new, you are maltreating yourself. It's a maltreatment to reject the present as a gift. It's a maltreatment to stop yourself from taking up space, from taking center stage when you truly deserve it. We all deserve to take center stage. I know some of us have really questionable ideas and all, but it's okay to take center stage because that idea might not be okay. It might not be sensical at first, but there's someone who needs to hear that, and that will inspire them to come up with something else. So if you, because you believe that you do not deserve to take up center stage, you do not deserve to shine, you do not deserve to be seen, you do not deserve to be heard, if you base your life, your current life, on those concepts, on those belief systems, then you're depriving yourself, you're depriving others. Seriously. If you avoid center stage, then you're doing 2 things. 1, you are allowing those that act out the harm to triumph. And by doing that indirectly, you are acting out the harm of not inspiring others. And 2, when you reject or avoid taking center stage, avoid being seen, then you're doing harm to yourself, your current self, and your future self, because you're limiting the amount of opportunities that you can take. Because let's be honest, in our current day and age, being seen is one of the currency that we have. And even if you take out social media and others, in a work setting, if you're not being seen, you will not get the promotions. And when something good comes up, people will not think of you. But when you allow yourself to be seen, when something comes up, people will think of you because they have seen you perform, they have seen you act in a certain way, and they know that you can take it. You can take on the challenge, you can take on the position. So if you do not allow yourself to be seen, then you will not get the chance to actually grow fully as you are. You will not get the chance to bloom, not only in the work setting or in life in general, because you cannot hide and expect yourself to grow. Yes, we grow in the dark. In the dark, we go, we learn the skills, we practice, and we take some wrong steps and then correct ourselves and all that. But eventually, we have to come out. Eventually, we have to stand in front of people, and those people have to see us. It's the same in nature. When you plant a seed, it does what it does on the ground in the dark, but then it sprouts, and then it's in the light. So we humans, we cannot stay away from the light, which in this case is to be seen. And when someone said to be seen, it doesn't only refer to be seen by others. It also refers to being seen by yourself. And that means addressing your needs and giving yourself what you actually need. So if you avoid the spotlight because of the past, then you're letting others win, those that acted out the harm. And by you refusing to take up the stage, by you refusing to be seen, you're depriving or delaying someone else's journey and your journey. So allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to take up space. Allow yourself to be heard. Allow yourself to be at the center. Take up space. It's okay. It's okay for you to be seen. Okay? So the second question is, do I like or enjoy being in the limelight? The truth is, when we have an experience, when we experience something, we tend to focus on the negative or on the thing that went wrong because our brain loves the negative, it loves the drama. Unfortunately, we completely forget to ask ourselves this simple question. Before the negative thing happened, or despite of the negative thing happened, did I enjoy the experience? Did I like the experience? Would I do it again if I have the chance? And how will I make it better? We forget to check in with ourselves. We really do forget to check in with ourselves. But we shouldn't forget ourselves, because you liking something, you enjoying something, that is a thing that you get to decide. The liking, especially. Liking something is a thing that you decide. You enjoying something is also something that you decide. Now, there is an external factor to the enjoying of something, and that depends on the type of limelight, the type of spotlight that you find yourself. If you're, for example, a comedian, you like performing, you like telling jokes, but you will enjoy telling jokes to others when they react. So in terms of stand-up comedy, performing, acting, and other forms of creative expressions, we want reaction. It's not really validation, it's just we want a reaction, because based on that reaction, we get to improve our art. Based on that reaction, we get to change direction or just adjust things, But we tend to forget that, yes, we do need that external factor, but the internal factor, the self, also plays a massive role. So yes, stop and ask yourself if you enjoy the limelight, if you enjoy being in the limelight, if you like being in the limelight. And if you like it, then go for it. Eventually, you find your crowd. Like, let's be honest. Sometimes I watch some comedy videos on YouTube, TikTok, wherever, and then you will see that the comedian is actually killing it, but then the crowd just sucks. It just sucks. That's all. They just suck big time. And if you base your enjoyment, your liking of performing based on that type of reaction, you will stop performing. Despite being good, you will stop performing because you're not getting what you need. Well, you're not getting the reaction that is desirable. But if someone, a comedian, just take that and be like, okay, I quit, right? Then that's sad, because you've deprived yourself of doing it again. You've deprived yourself of something that brings you joy, and you have deprived yourself of finding your right crowd, because that just wasn't your crowd. Your crowd, believe me, they'll be laughing and you'll be having a blast. So ask yourself if you like it. If you like it, then do it. Certain things you need consent, people, okay? But if you like it, go for it. As long as you're not hurting someone else, you're not infringing on their freedom of expression and other aspects of freedom, go for it. And the enjoyment part, yes, you need the external factor, the external attention, the external cooperation, but do not forget the self. Do not forget the self while waiting on and while experiencing the external reaction. Do not forget the self. That's really what it comes down to. If you enjoy being in the limelight, take it. As long as you're not hurting anyone, go for it. But if you don't enjoy being in the limelight, that's also fine. You just say what you need to say, and if the limelight comes on to you, then it is what it is. You get to control the narrative. I think we tend to forget this, but you actually get to control the narrative. If, for example, you suddenly find yourself in the limelight, in the spotlight, unwillingly, and someone is trying to make a fool out of you, we sometimes just, feel shameful and all. But if we stop to think about it, in that very moment, you can turn the table. You can flip it on them. And you actually are the one in control. You get to control the narrative, because by the way you react, you either give them the satisfaction or you put the limelight on them. You just flip the game, just flip the table. So if you enjoy the limelight, if you like it, go for it. If you do not like it, it's okay as well. If you find yourself on the limelight suddenly, then flip the narrative. Know that you have control by how you react. So the power is truly yours. There's not a way else to say it. The power is truly yours. So what you gonna do with that power? So those were the 2 questions that I have, and I hope they inspire you or help you clear up some misbeliefs about being seen. And if you have any other ideas on how to address being seen, issues with being seen, then write that in the comment and let's share, so that we can help each other grow and help each other shine. If you guys need an angel number reading or idolmancy reading, or just some consulting regarding some day-to-day issues or coaching, then check out my website. The link is down in the caption below. Have a blessed week. Bye.